This broadcast is a presentation of WCXO Sports. WCXO Sports, powered by the Union Banner at Union Banner on Facebook. Your sports teams, your community, your radio station. Presents Talkin Sports on Max 96.7. Talkin Sports is powered by Traditions Portrait Design in Carlisle. For photography, business, and professional service, it's Traditions. Talkin Sports is brought to you by Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Nordike Funeral Home with 5 locations to serve your needs. First Bank in Breeze. Lee's Sports in Nashville. McKendree University in Lebanon. Country Financial Representative Marvin Gerdes in New Baden. Seaver Brothers in Carlisle. And by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Here's the host of Talkin Sports, Rip Nottmeyer.
Hey everybody, welcome to Talkin Sports. Rip here in the Wiegman Ford studio. Coming up today, we're going to talk high school football with Carlisle coach Chris Berkner. Later on, it's Central Cougars soccer coach Keith Patterson. And as always, on a Saturday morning with the Easy and Travel Trivia Quiz at 594-2576. 594-2576. Today you can seal away a $15 gift certificate to Frank's in Beckamar. But off the very, very top, we go with scores and stuff. It's brought to you by Hoffman Auto Body, located just 7 miles north of Carlisle. If and when your car or truck, well, it gets dinged, dented, demolished, yeah, whatever, see Hoffman Auto Body. And on the H&H Computer Services guest line, we trek down to Mississippi for Wayne Hari. Wayne, good morning.
Hey, Rip, how's it going? Howdy toddy down to you, man. How's it going?
Now, you sound like you're having a good time already, and I think it's you and Dale Newman for sure. So a couple of guys are down in Mississippi and up to no good, and that's okay.
Yeah, we're having a good time down there. There's a lot of people from Nashville down here, and having a heck of a time down here. We're just getting set up. They got the early kickoff, so we got to get here early. We got to get up early too. You know, that's pretty tough too.
Exactly. Yeah, 11 o'clock. Okay, we're going to get back to the game between Ole Miss and Auburn. So, but first we got to catch up with some high school football in a game heard here on Max 96.7. Heron beat Central 34-24. The Cougars tried, Wayne. They scored 18 in the fourth in their comeback bid, but I think they're winless against Heron now, and maybe 5 meetings against them since they started competing. But Heron's always really good. Of course, the Cougars got a good squad again, too.
Yeah, I mean, it's Heron's always pretty talented, you know, and Coach Carnes always has them ready to go, and they are a legit power in that other side of the river to river. No question about that. And if you play them, they're always going to be in a playoff caliber team, and I'd say it's probably a good game for both schools there. I think, you know, it gets Central's had a real good run there, and gets both teams ready for the playoffs. So I think it's worked out really well, probably.
Modern Day buzzed Waterloo 55-27, so the Knights bust a 2-game skid. Reed Brunmar whistled 5 touchdown strikes. Here at Carlisle, it was the Indians over Pinckneyville 40-0. More ahead on that game with Coach Berkner. The Panthers, I guess they're waiting for basketball season.
Yeah, I mean, they started out really well, and I think they got some injuries, you know, and you know what happens, and you don't have the depth. You know, being a smaller school or how many people you've got out really makes a difference. If you lose some key people in some certain situations, you don't have those people to fill in. It's going to be a tough issue. And but you know, I don't know if they won a game last year and they won 3 or 4 or 3 this year. So you know, I think hopefully things are looking up for them.
Westland is at Lawrenceville this afternoon at 1 o'clock. The Warriors have dealt with a lot of blows as well. Centralia was trounced, unfortunately, by Mascoutah 59-2. Injuries and a few defections there, so just 1 win for the Orphans. So Bobby Brenneisen will have to get him on track for next year, and I think he will. He's done a great job there in his few years as the head coach.
Yeah, that's Yeah, he's doing a. I talked to Ray during the year, and he said that he had some injuries to his quarterback and line, so he was just decimated by injuries. So I'm sure Coach Calling will get him going. So.
It was Salem over Massac County 42-8, so the Wildcats win their sixth. Mount Vernon has won a couple in a row. They don't want to quit now. They iced up Mount Carmel 18-6. Hey, how about this? This is the Nashville Hornets. They battered West Frankfort 42-21. The Hornets finish 8-1. They're going into the post on a nice spree.
Yeah, really a good year. Coach Coos and his staff and the players have. I mean, they just really played with a lot of confidence, beginning of the year, and they got things going. They kept building. And you know what? I tell you what really is the amazing part of it. They've had some key injuries too down the road. And
sure have.
They lost their leading ground gainer and some linemen and
their other quarterback.
Their other quarterback, Coach Malavi, Cole Malavi, Coach Miles' son, but they've kept it going, and the people they brought in have responded, and that's a testament to the coaching staff getting them ready, the players being ready. It's just a tremendous year, and hopefully that they can keep them going. I'm sure they're going to get a good seed. 8-1, you're going to get a home game for sure. And maybe two. So we're just hoping that we can keep it going over here, and we're pretty all excited over here at Nashville.
Gotcha. Elsewhere, it was Vandalia falling to Pana 42-27. Carlinville shellacked Green. Boy, they must be tremendous. 66-0 was the whooping they put on the Comets. And Highland wins again. They always score 50 or 60 or 70 or 80. They beat Charleston 54-7. Freeburg won last night. Columbia lost. In Major League Baseball, I know you didn't have any time for that last night, which I understand. But anyway, in the National League Championship Series, it's all squared at 3 apiece now. Milwaukee dumped the Dodgers 7-2 last evening. Aguilar had a nice night, and, of course, several others did. David Freese had a home run to lead off the top of the first for the Brew Crew, but the Brewers answered with 4 in the bottom half, and that was game over right there, really. Yeah,
I mean, game day, winner take all game. I guess it's today, right, or tonight?
Tonight, of course.
Nothing like Game 7. You figured it would go down that. I think that's two evenly matched teams. It's two talented teams, no question about it. Probably the two best teams in the National League, and it should come down to that. And, it'd be exciting for sure watching that game tonight.
It's Bueller against Chassin. Wade Miley started last night, I think, for about his 8th game in a row because he throws about 5 to 10 pitches and they take him out every time. This is getting ridiculous. He went 4 1/3 last night before that. That's enough. Goodbye. Anyway, and Boston wins the ALCS on Thursday night. They knock off Verlander and the Stros 4-1. Houston was beset by a few injuries too. Had a tough call. Hey, that happens. That's baseball. That's part of the game, of course. But Boston moves on, so it could be the old Braves against the new Braves. Boston against Milwaukee in the World Series. I hope it's not Boston. I hate Boston.
I tell you, they are a talented team. I'll give them that. I mean, they are very talented. You got to give them that. They. And I think Houston would have battled them a lot more if they wouldn't have had the injuries, but they did, and they do spend money, and they're going to get competitive team out there. So that's one of the advantages they do have. So, they didn't win all them games during the regular season for nothing. You knew they were very good.
108. Nope, one weird, and it's so tough to repeat. Obviously, a lot of things have to go right, and now next year may be their last real good shot without picking up some extra pitching because Verlander will be a year older, and he's not going to spin it forever. Although apparently Adam Wainwright is. He's 37, and he's signed a contract, and I don't get it at all myself.
Well, I guess they're hoping for a little bit more from out him. I don't know. We'll see.
I hope so because
I got all that young pitching. I don't. We'll see what happens with it. I don't know.
For his last 4 years. I like the guy. He's been a tremendous pitcher for the Cardinals. Yeah. But heck, they're talking about signing Ankiel. I better get off this. Let's go to college football. All right, what's happening in Oxford, Mississippi? You're going to watch Royce Newman play today. It's Ole Miss against Auburn at 11 here. And man, you're just an hour and a half plus away. You're going to have a blast. Have you been down there before?
No, in fact, this is the first time we usually in the field or, we got to be starting basketball practice, so I don't get to go. And, it was kind of in between. It rained a little bit yesterday, and then it's, our beans weren't quite ready. So I'm like, hey, we can swing down here last night, watch the game, probably go home later on tonight. But
sure.
Just a great atmosphere down here. We're down in here by the Grove and the Circle, and seeing all the people walk through and all the Ole Miss stuff. It's really SEC time is football is what it's all about, and it's some great people down here and having a great time.
And you were down there with Royce's dad, Dale, and a whole bunch of others. But Dale actually let you ride with him. He just never asked you to go down before, right? Let's be honest.
Well, in fact, I know he's a treat to ride with. I'll say that. No, he doesn't like it, so it was a good time. But we kind of met him down here, and so everything worked out great. And we're starting to get the cook going and getting the TV set up here in our tent. We got the generators rolling. So
oh my goodness,
it's all good down here, man.
It's first class. Is Dale nearby, or is he at the?
Yeah, he's right here. If you want to talk to him,
he's
right here.
Put him on. He's on your dime.
Okay. Oh boy, there you go, man.
Dale.
What's going on, Rip?
Hey, what's happening down there?
What's that?
You're set for a good one today, huh? In just a hour and a half or so.
Yeah, you need to come down here sometime.
Yeah, well, all you have to do is ask. Knock Wayne off the dock, and he doesn't need to go again.
No, that's true. Yeah, we're gonna wear him out tonight, I think, this weekend.
So what do we have? You and about I don't remember 80, 90,000 friends. I'm not sure how much that stadium holds down there, but it's a lot.
Yeah.
A lot from Nashville, though, huh?
What's that? Yeah, actually, it's quite a few. Yeah, it's not too bad. Pretty good showing.
Man, that's great. And how much has Royce been playing? I mean, I've caught parts even where I believe I've seen him on the offensive side. Is he on the second on the depth now, or has he moved into the number? Okay.
Actually, he's backing up both tackle, the left and right tackle, and then two guys that they're pretty good at. They got NFL prospects, and both of them. Well, that one's going to be probably top 10 next year.
Wow.
In the NFL. So he's biding his time. He's getting to play some. He's getting probably 15 snaps. 15 snaps, 20 snaps a game.
Great. And he's got 3 years after this.
Right. He's a sophomore on the field this year. Yeah, so he's a junior in school.
Oh,
and
I'm sorry. Yes. But he's still got 2, so I mean he's in good stead there.
Yeah, he should be all right. He's got to keep working hard. That depends on everybody playing time. Is how much you work hard.
Hey, is Wayne being cheap, or is he tipping the bartenders okay?
You know how he is.
I know he's tipping the waitresses, which is fine. I taught him that. Hey, Dale, thanks. Maybe put Wayne on before you get in trouble.
Okay, we'll do it, Rick.
And
nice talking to you.
And put in a good word to your son. We're going to have him on this fall, early winter, aren't we?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm back.
All right, thanks, Dale. Turn it over to Wayno again.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm right here.
Yeah, I didn't understand a word he said. No, I'm just kidding. That's good. There's nothing like going to a game when you have somebody out on the field, football, baseball, whatever it is that you know. Man, that makes it really special.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's beginning of the football season, we got to go to Ohio State. I had Kai Nuremberger's boy played. He's a kicker for them, and I played basketball with him at Southern. And we went down there. Got to experience that we went there a couple times. So it's just when you know somebody out there, it's really great. It's nothing like it.
You name dropper. Hey, Illinois, I suppose they play today. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think they go to Wisconsin. Mizzou is back on the field against Memphis, and the Dogs at SIU, they're having a tough year. I expected a little better there. Obviously, they're 0-3 and 1-5, but they've lost some tight games.
Yeah, I listen to them in the tractor quite a bit. I listen to the games in the tractor. And
you live in the tractor. Yeah. You and Jason.
Usually I'm talking to you in the tractor.
I know
now. Yeah. and then we go in and out, and I lose you if we go on some trees or something. But no,
we gotta get that.
But
fixed.
they've had some tough situation. I know they were thinking they were going to have a pretty good year. I know Coach Hill was thinking that, you know, they might be a playoff team, but again, they had their starting quarterback went down, you know, and that hurt them quite a bit.
Wayne, I don't like this. We've climbed the next rung on the ladder now. Ohio State defensive end Nick Bosa, who is injured right now, he's calling it quits to just prepare for the NFL, blah, blah, blah. I mean, he could come back. They were hoping, and well, until he made this announcement, that he could come back for a regular season game or two and maybe the college football playoffs, but he just flats quit. I would never want a guy like that as my teammate.
Yeah, and you're thinking how much agents have to do with all some of that stuff too.
Yeah, but can't they think for themselves? He's going to get his money anyway. His brother did the same thing to a degree with San Diego. He held out for weeks.
Yeah, and I, you know, when they get, you know, the agents start talking to you and you start believing what they're saying, because it's all, you know, they're trying to look out for themselves too. So you know, I know they're thinking about dollar signs, and that's what makes you wonder. It's, you know, they're all thinking about that. I hope it works out for him, but you know, everybody said he's going to get paid anyway, so it doesn't matter any different. So
you know what? So, if it weren't for college football, he wouldn't be. If he played in high school and that was it, or if he played semi-pro ball, college football has been the wheels in order to get these guys to the pros. So they ought to, you know, have a little gratitude there.
Well, that's true, and you know, and they should, you know, like out here today, and they should enjoy it. There's nothing like college atmosphere. You know, you're not going to get that in the NFL. You know,
no, you won't.
You got to make sure you enjoy it when you can, and people around you know with you know, watching you play. You know, they're really true supporters out here at the college level.
But Wayne, I'm going to be quiet about that, because you know what? As I was informed by Coach Rick Moss yesterday on Facebook, do you know who Bosa's great granddad is? And maybe there's one more in there. I guess just great. Do you know? Have you heard?
No.
Well, I'll put it this way. The short of it is he took over for Al Capone in Chicago. He was a bad dude. Yeah, he was.
He might not have been. He was not the best company. No.
He was a legit mobster who happened to spend just one night in jail. I did a little quick research on him, so he was good too.
Wow.
Not sure.
Okay, that's a history one. Yeah, I learned that something today.
Big tuna.
Yeah.
Big tuna.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how his afterlife is, but hey, we'll.
Yeah, that's right.
The Blues' current life isn't too good. Are you going to get them going?
Well, I know. I bet Coach Eagleson and Coach Peters over there. I bet they're going crazy. They're going to get a little nervous over there. Those little Kurt's getting a little crazy over there. I know, but
I love Kurt's
I don't know. I know, but he's a diehard. That, but I hope they get it turned around. I watched that last game at Montreal game when they turned that puck over. Gosh darn, what a tough one, and tough one to lose. You know, it's just you know, you could have, you know, just stayed with the puck and, you know, and then threw it behind the net. Probably the game would have at least ended with a tie. They got a point, but they got it. Yeah, it's getting kind of tough. You know, you can tell they're kind of losing their confidence. So they need a game to build their confidence a little bit.
Yeah, that point, that's like kissing your sister, right, Wayne?
That's about right. Yeah, exactly right. It's not a whole lot there, you know.
Well, in the NBA, LeBron James has lost his first game as the Lakers coach, because you know he is the coach.
I'm thinking that I think he's controlling it. I think the whole franchise, right? I think that's what.
Well, Magic's got some dibs on him, at least through this year. If it all fails, then Magic's out.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna. Otherwise, he wouldn't have went out. I'm thinking he wouldn't have went out there. He's got full control. So, I think him and Magic are gonna try to put that together. Yeah. So, good luck to him out there. I'm sure that, you know, but he's having trouble getting players over there. We'll see what happens down the road.
That's very true. Others don't like playing with him. I bet he would.
Right.
Let's just say I can understand that.
Yeah,
it's all about LeBron. And I know he's an incredible player and on, but still, it doesn't mean you have to like play. Look what Irving, he took off, and yeah, it's difficult. You'd play with him though, Wayne, if you get in shape again.
Well, nobody's paying attention to me, so I was like, it would be the same, so it wouldn't bother me.
Get you away from that tent. Get you away from that beer tent. I don't think they play till tomorrow. Brooks
No,
Koepka
it work.
leads the CJ Cup and 9 Bridges. Everybody's tied on the Ladies Tour and the Senior Tour and NASCAR. Hey, they like NASCAR down there in Mississippi too, but it's at Kansas tomorrow. But that's the playoffs roll on. Anything lasting? Well, this is a radio, but we'll go with images anyway. Any lasting images from anybody I should know down there?
Oh, not a whole lot though. I mean, it's just
a lot of girls asking about me, right, Wayne?
Yeah, a lot.
Usual.
Yeah, a lot of that. Yeah, a lot of red. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
A lot of things going on. A lot of things that you don't usually see in Nashville. I'll say that. How's that?
Hey, I saw 2 deer outside of Hoffman today. I almost hit. Bet you didn't see.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
It's that bow season. They'll be out and about. They're moving now.
Pluses and minuses. We're all moving, Wayne. Hey, thanks a bunch. Have a super time. Say hello to Dale again and everybody from Nashville, man. Good people, of course.
No problem, Rip. Thanks for having us on, and have a great day.
See ya. Wayne Hari on Scores and from Mississippi. And that was brought to you by Hoffman Auto Body, located just 7 miles north of Carlisle. North of Carlisle, when your car or truck needs major repairs, minor repairs, whatever the case, drop by and see Hoffman Auto Body. Got to collect myself, and we'll come back with football and soccer and trivia too.
Check out this October price at Munkin Nissan in Centralia. You can drive off of the 2018 Nissan Altima 1N4AL3 APOJC 265922 for just $18,931. That's over $5,800 off MSRP. For more, visit MunkinNissan.com.
From my family to yours, with guaranteed satisfaction. Munkin's the one. Munkin's the one.
Farmers State Bank is dedicated to the communities they serve. They've been making home loans for over 100 years. They are and will continue to be a strong, steady, common-sense leader that's always focused on what's best for you and the community. And remember, Farmers State Bank has loan professionals standing by to assist you in making the right decision for your needs. That's Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. An equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 404955.
As a business owner, you know that every year brings new challenges and opportunities. The success of your business demands expertise and focus, and Country Financial can help you keep that focus by helping ensure you have the right insurance protection in place to meet your goals. Marvin Gertis, your Country Financial representative in New Baden, can help you create a customized insurance plan that has coverages designed just for your business. Call Marvin Gertis today. 588-7112. Coverages may vary by state. Policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Bloomington. Easy and Travel and Breeze and Holland American Line present On Stage Alaska, an exhilarating live performance and film presentation on Tuesday, October 23rd at Knotty Pine and Breeze. For reservations, call Easy and Travel now at 526-2201. Don't miss this refreshing, different travel show or the opportunity for the bonus travel benefits it offers. Due to limited seating, reservations are required. Call 526-2201.
Scientists say the universe is random. Why should your radio station be any different?
You've got Max 96.7.
Welcome back. We're up here in the Wigman Ford studio. Let's hop on the H&H Computer Services guest line for Carlisle Indians football coach Chris Berkner. Chris, welcome back.
Hey, thanks for having me again.
And you tucked the way of the season with a flair. You win 40-0 over the Pinckneyville Panthers at home last night. Way to go.
Yeah, we ended the season on a good note.
And you started the game on a good note, didn't you? That was quick with a fumble recovery by Landon Smith, and it was shortly after that you barreled in for a TD.
Yeah, they defense did a phenomenal job last night. I think that was Coach Mix's first shutout as a defensive coordinator for varsity level, so he's pretty excited. And yeah, defense did a great job. They forced. I think they forced 4 turnovers. We also had a turnover on special teams. Our kickoff team forced one, and then we did throw 1 interception, but we definitely won that turnover battle.
Yeah, the D really got after. And while you bring that up, who's shined the most for you from that side of the ball this year? Of course, Dale Allen, one of those, but Vonderhaar, others.
From the defensive side?
Right, yes.
Yeah, Dale and Jared, yeah, those two by far did a really good job. some other guys that stepped up. Keaton as a sophomore, Keaton Mitchell did well. Isaac Smith did well. It was just a really group effort. There wasn't a whole lot of guys with great stats. We just played really good team defense. And Chase Taylor had a couple picks before he got injured. Did a good job. And, I hate mentioning people individually, but just because I always hate missing people. But there's a lot of guys that did a really good job defensively. So that might have been one of our best defensive years here, since I was able to take over the program. So with Coach Mix's defense. So we put a lot of emphasis on defense. Yeah. We knew we'd be good defensively this year, and it showed.
Got to have that D. In last night's finale there, Caleb Darr, who seems to get, clicking more each and every week, like to see him play another game or two. Wow, last night he really churned 22 of 26 for almost 300 yards. I believe 2 touchdown passes. That's not bad.
Yeah, I actually had I don't know, I was looking at my stats here.
Yours are correct. So
I don't know. I just went and watched. I just watched the film this morning, so I went and I like to tally it up because I'm kind of like that. But yeah. I am 23 for 37 for 303 and 2 touchdowns and a pick. Well, that also included five drops too. So our guys would have caught all the balls. He would have been 75%.
You know what that means,
I'm
Chris?
I'm gonna double check it here. What's that?
That means I'm going to quit cheating off this one guy. Just like in school, it always gets you in trouble. Do your own homework. Yeah. But anyway, Caleb had a nice game again, and Bryce Marlowe and Isaac Smith, I believe they caught the touchdown passes.
Let's see here. Yeah, I'm looking at my stat sheet here.
That was a wild first half.
Yeah, Bryce had a touchdown catch. He had, by my record, he had 4 catches for 81 yards. And then Isaac Smith had his one catch, but it was a good one for a touchdown.
Yeah.
But Lane Heinzman, doing a little research on some old stat stuff, but Lane Heinzman had 10 catches for 123 yards, and I think that might have tied a team record with 10 catches.
Is that right? Well, he was awful busy, that's for sure.
Yeah, he, like I said, just looking through some old stats at STL High School Sports, and looks like he tied Adam Alexander back when he played, had 10 catches against El Paso Gridley. Back when he played, so Seaver never had 10 catches. I'll have to give him trouble about that.
Yeah.
Well,
no, that's good for Lane. Good athlete, and boy, you outgained Pinckneyville. Roughly 350 to 95, somewhere in that area from the stats I studied.
Right.
But the offensive line, of course, they produced. That makes all of this possible. I mean, they gave you time, they gave you space.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. They did a good job keeping people off the quarterback. Caleb didn't have to scramble too much around to give up a couple sacks, but going to have a couple here and there in a game. But yeah, they did a good job again.
It was a 34-0 flip at the halftime for your Indians, and then you just cruised in the second half on kind of a lousy weather. Probably wasn't too bad playing. Were there any complaints from Caleb on the ball as far as being slick or anything? It never rained that hard.
No, yeah, it was just moisture early, and but then it wasn't bad. Nobody ever really complained that it was slick. I know Pinckneyville had some issues snapping the ball and or obviously fumbling. So I don't know if they felt like their ball was slick, but we did a pretty good job taking care of our football this year as far as conditioning of the actual ball itself. So it ended up being pretty good.
Pinckneyville's coach is very audible, isn't he? he's easy to hear.
Yeah, we could hear some from the sideline, that's for sure.
Yes, he was. So, a special night for the seniors, especially when you dot it with a victory.
Yeah, that was one of the things that we, emphasized and talked about. Told them it was going to be the last game, that they play, and go on a good note, and how you're gonna remember it, whether or not you win or lose, whatever happens, and let's go out with a win, and just let it all hang out and play free, play fun, play loose, and go out there and enjoy it and soak it in.
Those were pretty much your words. Were your words in the pregame show last night. And you also mentioned you're going to put some air under that football, which you did. So everything came to pass. And then last week it was the homecoming game, so that's always neat to notch a victory there as you defeated the Florida Wolves 28-14. Bryce Marlowe, another quality start there. Most everybody got into the flow too. I know didn't like the penalties too much, which I understand, but still. And now you've won. You close with 3 victories in your last 4.
Yeah, it's always good. It's tough to start the season out 0-5. We have a pretty tough schedule, and to close out 3-4, or three out of the last 4 is a good feeling, and hopefully something to build on for next year. Like I told the guys last night, of our 6 losses, 4 of those losses were to 4A playoff teams, 4A playoff teams, and another 2A 8-1 team. So
that's right.
We felt like the Redbud game was something that we probably should have done better. But all the other opponents that we played, they were really tough, and obviously they've beaten a lot of other people as well. And so, it just could have been, but we were close in a lot of those matches too. With Salem, we were 1 score away. With Central, we were, tie ball game in the 4th quarter with the ball on their side of the field. So then the wheels fell off on that one. So it could have been. If we would have executed like we did last night in the first half for most of the season, we very well could be sitting here looking for a tearing party tonight. So, but that's not the case, and we got to say, hey, it is what it is. It turned out the way it did, and go on from there.
You logged a 3-6 overall mark and 1-5 in the Cahokia, and yes, you played 5 postseason teams, 4 out of the league: Columbia Freeburg Central and the Salem Wildcats, who also got in last night at 6-3.
Yeah, it's a tough league. We always know it's going to be, especially us being a little guy. Not as many kids to choose from out of the high school, and we got to play with who we got in the district and go with that and see what we can accomplish.
But that postseason, of course, it's fresh in your minds from a year ago. You had a lot of fun. You played 2 games, and you just, hey, you can't wait to get back. That's what it's all about.
That's right. Actually, I told my son last night. He's an 8th grader now. He's going to be a freshman next year. And I said 2019 season starts today.
What'd he say?
So he's like, yeah, I guess so. So it's going to be exciting times having him up with me and being able to have him, every day, every practice, starting weightlifting and stuff, and in the off season, and then my other son, he's a 7th grader, so I'll help him the following year. So it's going to be a good time here for the next couple of years, I hope.
What's your oldest son's name, and what position or positions does he play?
My oldest son is Owen, and he is a running back linebacker.
Okay.
He has been for the last couple of years for JFL.
But that's it. The new season, the 19 campaign, is not far away, and after a while, you'll start having the returning kids work out besides with other sports they play in and your usual summer activities.
Right. Yeah, we always encourage our guys to play multiple sports. If they're a basketball player, go play basketball. If they're wrestling, wrestle. We encourage both of those highly. If they're not, we want them in the weight room working out with us and doing some speed work and agilities and whatnot. And then come spring, if they're a baseball player, go play baseball, go compete for Coach Barr and the rest of the staff. And I think we're allowing high school kids now to run in the track club. So
oh, really?
That's going to be good for them. Yeah. So we've had the junior high track club for a couple of years now, and I think we're going to open that up to the high school kids, so it gives them something to do and compete, and run and work out, and hopefully we can work together with that, because basically we want our kids running in the off season, and if we push them to run in the track, then they don't have to see our faces all year long, and they can see somebody else, but they're still running and getting a good workout. So, that's a good thing. It's a good thing for us to do.
But yeah, basketball, baseball, that is great. Whoever wants to play for football alone, though, it's kind of a partner there. Track and wrestling, those sports are super for the gridiron. A little mix there coupled with it.
Yeah, we always, there's a lot of research out that shows that multi-sport athletes are kind of the wave, and
yes,
they have the 10,000 hour rule or whatever they call it, but I think that doesn't really apply until you're varsity, if not even at the college level. But when they're young, when they're junior high, when they're JV type players, just get out there and compete and work movements, because if they work the same movements all year long, then there's overuse injuries, repetitive injuries, things like that. So we want to just keep them athletic and using different muscles throughout the year, and then also they don't get burnt out on doing the same thing over and over and over again. So,
if you like other sports and are good at other sports, play them, because you know what? I don't think hardly any of these guys are going to be professionals. I hope somebody does.
Yeah, more than likely the percentages will show that they're going to play high school sports, and that's probably about it. I mean, not even, let alone professional, let alone college. So
that's true. I hope some do, and there always are, which is great. Yeah. But too many think they will be, and
absolutely,
just enjoy high school.
And it's such a different level when you get to even, let's say talk football here, even the D3 level.
Oh,
yeah. Those are guys. They're your best players on almost all your high school teams. And not only high school teams, but any class high school teams. We're talking Belleville East, West, East St. Louis, Fallon, some of these bigger schools, and let alone Chicago area. Competition, yeah, absolutely. So us at the small school level, I think it's a wake-up call big time for some of these kids to say, what is the next level like? And it's no joke.
They make you work.
So
make you work.
Absolutely. I watched a Twitter clip from Tanner Farmer up in Nebraska. If you get a chance, look him up. He gave a great Twitter clip. This is a guy that was a 2-time state champion in high school wrestling, and did really well in football. And he said, "I thought I worked hard in high school, and I went to college." And he goes, "I didn't do crap." So I mean, it's really eye opening to go to the next level. I mean, he went to Nebraska, so that's clearly definitely next level. But at every level, you don't understand how much it takes. So these kids hope they just enjoy experience and just learn. I tell them, life lessons. What do we learn? What do we learn from the year? What do you learn from football that you can carry on with life? And that's what we're really all about, is getting these kids a chance to learn something as they go through and knock a few heads around while they do it. So.
Well, congratulations on the last few weeks. 3 of the 4 were really special, and thanks for coming on Talkin Sports this year all the time, and also on the pregame shows. We'll see you next year.
Yeah, thanks for having me all the time, and we'll talk to you later.
All right, thanks. Chris Berkner from the Carlisle Football Indians. We've got Keith Patterson still slotted on soccer, and trivia is due up really, really quick.
If you're in the market for a new home, refinance, or even a second home, give me a call today. I'm Anne-Marie Tabin at First Bank in Breeze. With almost 20 years of experience, I can guide you through the process of finding a mortgage product from First Bank that is right for you. Give me, Anne-Marie Tabin, a call today, 526-7724. First Bank in Breeze, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Hi, it's Sarah Hobby from Lee Sports in Nashville. I'd like to talk to you about a new line of shoes we have in stock by Brooks. These shoes are not just for runners. With energized cushioning and an ultra-soft heel tab to shield your Achilles from irritation, many of our staff swear by this brand to be the best they have worn to work. But whether you're a longtime runner or new to the sport, you will find road and trail running shoes you love from Brooks. Stop in and try on a pair. Shop Lee's for all your sporting good needs. That's Lee Sports in Nashville, Illinois.
Hello, this is Ken Obergfell on Talkin Sports at Max 96.7.
Southern Illinois drivers know that K&J Chevrolet in Carlisle is a community-focused dealership that puts the customer first. That's why we've been in business for nearly 20 years, proudly serving multiple generations of Chevrolet drivers from all over. If you're searching for a brand new or like-new Chevrolet model to upgrade your daily commutes and weekend adventures, come check us out just west of Carlisle on Old Route 50. K&J Chevrolet, your Clinton County Chevrolet and Silverado headquarters.
Hey, it's Bill on the road from Mornings with Scott and Casey. You hear me talking each week about travel, and one of my favorite things about driving across America is finding great food. And lucky for you, Mama's on the Hill in St. Louis is a super easy road trip destination. Authentic Italian favorites like baked lasagna, spaghetti, and tortellini, thin crust St. Louis-style pizza, and yes, Mama's on the Hill is the birthplace of toasted ravioli. Check out their menu online at mamasonthehill.com. Mama's on the Hill, on the Hill in St. Louis.
What were we thinking when we designed the station? I'll tell you. We were thinking it takes all sorts to make a world.
Max 96.7.
Hello again, everybody. Rip here in the Weigman Ford studio where the time is 9:41. That time drop is brought to you by Zirin Funeral Home in Carlisle. Oh, well, it looks like none of you, including me, won the $1 billion lottery drawing last night, so the mega goes up to 1.6 and counting. Unbelievable. But you can win trivia. Let's go to that.
It's time for the Easy In Travel Trivia Quiz on Talkin Sports. Where do you want to play? Call Easy In Travel and Breeze at 526-2201.
I think something's rigged. You are eligible to play unless you or someone in your household has won the last 8 weeks. Number 2, it is New York that, kind of leads the way. You can't be affiliated with or related to anyone here at Max 96.7 or Easy In Travel or for today, Frank's Corner Kitchen in Beckamar. I'd rather go there. That former baseball pro, Frank, is giving away a $15 gift certificate to his famed establishment. All you need to do is call up 594-2576, 594-2576 with the correct answer, and their certificate is yours. Here's the question. Which of these players has accumulated the most total bases in one World Series? Derek Jeter, George Herman, Babe Ruth, or George Springer? Who's cornered the most total bases in a lone fall classic? Jeet, the Babe, or Springer? Buzzes at 594-2576.
Seaver Brothers has what you're looking for. Take a spin with Seaver Brothers and drive home in your new or pre-owned Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Dodge truck today. Let Seaver Brothers give you the car buying experience that no other dealership can offer. Seaver Brothers stands behind their products and also has an outstanding service department with qualified technicians to keep your vehicles running strong. Stop by Seaver Brothers, 811 Washington Street in Carlisle, or call 594-2624 for your next Seaver Brothers sales associate.
Need insurance? Insurance you can really count on? If so, turn to Dan Imming at Imming Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Dan and his staff will provide you with the insurance coverage and service you deserve. Whether it's auto, home, life, health, or commercial, your choices aren't limited either. Imming Insurance Agency represents many outstanding companies, so get covered by the best. Call Imming Insurance Agency at 594-4536 or stop by 589 9th Street in Carlisle. Imming Insurance Agency, a proud supporter of Clinton County sports.
McKendree University is a great place to continue your sports career. It's also a great place to continue your education. McKendree offers a wide range of degrees, including master's degrees in business, nursing, education, and professional counseling. If you'd like, you can access McKendree's quality education through the flexibility of online degrees. To learn more about McKendree, log on to McKendreeOnline.com or call 1-800-BEARCAT. McKendree University is ready when you are.
Are you recently engaged or looking for the right DJ for your private party? Book Short Circuit Entertainment for all your music needs. We stand out as one of the top wedding disc jockey coordinators in the area, now offering uplighting packages to make your event stand out from the rest. Call 526-2923 or check out shortcircuitentertainment.com for details. And don't forget to like us on Facebook.
Remember what it was like to expect the unexpected? I never realized it was so complex. Guess what? The feeling's back.
You're on Max.
Hello. We are back, and we have a winner finally. And let's go to the tote board. Here we go. Here's the question. Which of these players has packed away the most total bases in a World Series? Just one World Series. Was it Jeter, the Babe, or George Springer? It's Astros outfielder George Springer and Bon Bainey out of Centralia Lake. She gathers in that victory. Springer, by the way, congrats to her. She's one of my dentists. It takes a team. He collected 29 total bags in the last series win over the Dodgers. 29. Jeter notched 19 in the 2000 World Series, and the Babe collected 22 total sacks in just 4 games in the 1928 Fall Classic. Bond wins a $15 gift certificate to Frank's in Beckham. Incidentally, Reggie Jackson is actually second on that chart with 25 total bases in the 77 series. That was a slate in which Reggie clubbed 3 consecutive home runs on 3 straight pitches off 3 different pitchers in Game 6. He teed off on the Dodgers hurlers the following: Bert Hooton, the starter, Elias Sosa, and knuckleballer Charlie Huff, who Gary Gaetti hit his first home run off, actually, in his first debut. Reggie also tagged Don Sutton for a round tripper in his only swipe against him in Game 5, so Jackson slammed 4 home runs on 4 swings over the 2-game stretch. The most one of the most remarkable feats I've ever seen. That's wow. That was Reggie, Reggi. What a player, what a hitter. But anyway, Bond Bainey gets the 15 to Frank's. Congrats to her, and that's cool. Where are we now? Oh, I want to remind you about a couple of things. First of all, Weigman Ford is hosting Drive for Your School Day today, and it's for Carlisle High School. It's now through 3 o'clock. So all you have to do is test drive a Ford and help raise money for Carlisle High School. That's simple. Isaac Rental Property in Carlisle wants you to sit back and relax. I'm coming back really soon with Keith Patterson on the pitch.
Nordyke Funeral Home is thinking about your future and offers secure, pre-planned funeral arrangements, relieving the emotional burden for those you love, allowing you to express your own wishes, and assures peace of mind with financial concerns when your family needs it the most. Nordyke Funeral Home has 5 locations in Albers, Aveston, Breeze, New Baden, and now Carlisle. Visit NordykeFuneralHome.com or call 588-3533. Striving to earn your family's confidence and trust, Nordyke Funeral Home with 5 locations.
Moving forward requires taking that first step. And when it comes to your future, your first step should be Kaskaskia College. With more than 50 degrees and 100 certificate programs, Kaskaskia College can prepare you for a great career, your next promotion, or set you on your educational path. Life is too short to wait. Take your first step to success with Kaskaskia College. Learn more today. Call 545-3040 or kaskaskia.edu. This broadcast is a presentation of WCXO Sports. WCXO Sports is brought to you by the Benoff Insurance Agency in Breeze and Trenton, HSHS St. Joseph Hospital, Breeze, Breeze Dental Care, K&J Chevrolet, Reverman Chiropractic and Spinal Rehabilitation and Breeze Motor Sales, Southern Bus and Mobility, Kaskaskia College, the First National Bank of Carlisle, Reekman Brothers John Deere, Southern OBGYN Associates, Med Plus Physical Medicine and Brett's Wildlife Lodge, State Farm Insurance Agent Steve Klosterman, Central Illinois Truck Service, Breeze Family Vision, Tempo Bank, Country Financial representatives Keith Wilkin and Teresa Richards, and by the Carlisle and Breeze Hardys. WCXO Sports, powered by the Union Banner at Union Banner on Facebook. Your sports teams, your community, your radio station.
Do you mind if I turn on the radio?
The music is great and it doesn't cost anything.
It's Max 96.7.
Hello for one last block rip here in the Weigman Ford studio. Yeah, Derek Jeter was the most popular, but then again, he was a very popular player. The Babe, Reggie. But it's George Springer from a year ago. That young guy is good. Off we roll for the H&H Computer Services guest line and Central Cougars soccer coach, Keith Patterson. Keith, welcome back.
Thank you, Ed. How you doing today?
I'm doing just fine, and I know you are too, but you'd be even better, of course, if you'd still be on that field with some practices and matches ahead. But the season did end Tuesday at Belleville against a really quality Althoff Crusaders team.
Yes, I mean, we'd love to be playing today at about 11 o'clock.
I bet, of course.
But it didn't work out that way. Yeah, that's a quality Althoff team. I'd seen them play earlier, and we knew what we were getting into when we went into that game, and we just couldn't slow them down. They like to play fast. They like to play, and we just didn't have it for them.
They scored 3 in the front half, didn't they? And then one more they tacked on to. It sounds like it could have been even more separation, though. Hunter Vetter was busy. He made 17 saves alone, so he probably dazzled a couple of times.
Yeah, he did. And, back to that scoring, too. Unfortunately, like I said, we knew going into it, we had to slow them down and take them out of their game. And I can't remember exact same time. It was like 10, maybe 12 minutes into the game, we gave up a PK. And so it was 1-0, and that kind of took the wind out of us, knowing we're not really a high-scoring team. We've averaged probably about 2 goals a game. And Vetter did a really good job back there, so if we could just take him out of the game, and they gave up that 1 goal and that PK, and that kind of took the wind out of us. But Vetter's doing really good. He's done an excellent job this year.
Yeah, apparently so. Did you have some quality scoring chances, or very few shots? Period.
No, I don't. To be honest with you, I don't even know if we had a shot on goal in that game, Rip. Yeah, we just like I said, we gave up that. We actually gave up 2 PKs. We gave up one about 5 minutes later, but the kid missed it from Althoff. And then, like I said, we went down 3-0, and basically played defense most of the game.
Meanwhile, you had to absorb a lot of satisfaction with those regional wins over Metro East Lutheran and Mater Dei. Talk about the shutout victory versus Metro East first.
Well, we went back to when the team found out, when the regional was coming out, who the seeding was going to be and everything, we had a game plan, and we knew we had to win those 2 games. So we kind of set up everything to go for those 2 games. And we played Metro East Lutheran earlier, and we went into overtime with them and gave up an own goal. So, and we were playing at home. That makes a big difference. And so, we didn't play one of our best games that day, but it was just enough. Again, Hunter did a really good job back there. And the way we played all year was pretty well consistent, Defense held up. We scored 1 or 2 goals, and we can win. And so we did that with Metro East Lutheran and then also with Mater Dei.
You shaded Metro East 2-0, had a goal in each half. And against the Mater Dei Knights, you had bookend goals. And, hey, Hunter, he stopped a PK in that one, didn't he?
Let's see, did he?
Or a free kick. How about a free kick? Yeah, the
Mater Dei
game.
Free kick.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably free kick in that one. Yeah, I don't think there was a PK in that one.
It was a free kick, yes.
Yeah. And he did another quality job. Like I said, he sophomore this year. It's kind of hard to. It seems like he's been around a lot longer now. I mean, he was a freshman last sophomore this year, and just like I said, it seemed like I've already had him 4 years.
That's good. But, that means he's doing a great job for you with experience.
Oh yeah, he's doing a fantastic job back there. He's got a really good shot at being all conference this year. I didn't put him in last year because of being a freshman status, And but he, and depends what you have in front of you too. He's had to do a lot more work this year, and he stepped up to the plate. I'd say he's one of the most improved players we have.
Who are maybe 2 or 3 players who tacked on the best stats for the year, and who may have a chance for an all conference?
Well, Trent Holgrave. He'll get the Golden Boot for us this year with the most goals and points and everything assists. And then, but now when you get to the all conference, I'd say he'd probably make a defensive player down there, and he made all sectional. And then we have Jack Helsher, which is I was checking that today. I think he's like 5th in the conference in scoring, 4th and 5th in the conference in scoring.
Very
so he's got a pretty good shot at it too. And I mean, they're right neck and neck with goals and assists. So everybody else is I think I remember when I talked to you earlier. We were discussing about we didn't have that one scoring threat, the 20 goal scorer or the 25 goal scorer. But if you look down at everybody's probably got like 4, 5, 6.
Very true.
It was spread out. It was spread out through everybody.
You have Holtgrave with 11.
That's what we like to see.
Helsher 10, and then a bunch of 6, 7, 8, and so forth. So a lot of variance there, which is all right. So did you wind up 15-12 or 14-12?
No, we ended up 14-12. If you look on one site, what they did is we played Lincolnwood. And some people get me too. We get a little confused if it's Raymond Lincolnwood or it's Lincolnwood or at Raymond. So when it went into that site, I put it in as Lincolnwood, and I think they put it in as Raymond Lincolnwood, so it went in there twice. So we were actually 14-12.
Now, where is Lincolnwood?
It's in Raymond.
Okay, so
like
it's
north.
All right.
It's like north of Carlinville.
Well, I remember Raymond Lincolnwood, yeah. So it's all
Yeah,
they just
Raymond
doubled up
Lincolnwood.
with a victory there.
Yeah, that's actually where the super section will be this year for 1A.
Okay, that's probably on that prep sports side. I go to that and STL and so forth. But 14 and 12, that's still quite good. And that covers a bunch of ground, including some in-season. Oh, let's see. Did you play in season tournaments this year?
Well, we played that tournament earlier down in Collinsville.
Okay.
And that's where we hit those 2 3A schools, and then that team out of Chicago, Timothy Christian.
That's right.
And that was the only tournament we played in. JV played in a tournament over in Highland. They got second over there. They did a really good job.
And you finished up 5-2 in the Cahokia Conference, which you've got. Well, Columbia and Freeburg, they headed the league. Who's still left in the second season? Anybody?
Let's see. Columbia is actually playing Marquette today.
Okay.
In the regional final.
Thought they were around, yeah.
And Freeburg got beat. They're out. They got beat by Murfreesboro 1-0 the other night. So that's the sectional we were in. So Althoff will be playing Murfreesboro. Father forgive me for that one.
Okay, very good. And Columbia's right at 20, maybe 19, 20 victories overall. So, oh, man.
Yeah, we was talking about that this morning. That 2A, too, Columbia got moved up to 2A. That's a tough, Carbondale's really good this year. And Jabot got, since Jabot got put up in 2A, that is really a tough one to come out of. I'm not a bet man, but whoever comes out of those usually does something in state.
I don't doubt it. So,
and I think Althoff's got a really good shot at it this year too. I think they do. They might end up maybe against Quincy Notre Dame. If they win today, probably Quincy Notre Dame's their next opponent, and that might be their bit. If they get that, it's state.
If I were you, I'd be pulling for them, of course, since they knocked.
We have a habit of losing to the state champions. So like last year was Marquette. And that's the thing. Marquette was 1A last year. They're going to, they won state. Now they're 2A, and they got a good chance at 2A to do it this year.
Can't keep track. I don't try to. Of course, if I was really tied into like you and a coach, I would, of course. But all these changes all the time, it's crazy.
It's hard to keep up with it.
Hey, finally, Keith, how many players will you be losing through graduation?
We'll see. I think 6. Brendan, I think 6, maybe 7.
Hey, here's a list. How about this? Strubhart, Helscher, Meckhouse, Beatty, Ruppel, Holtgrave, Cool. Is that 7? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
If that's correct, if that's right.
That's it.
That's 7.
And I give a shout out to Colin Beatty too. That poor boy. I don't know if you knew it. We played Highland right before the regional started, and he broke his nose. He got a broken nose in that game. Bummer. So he just now had surgery yesterday coming out of that. So he wasn't able to play his senior year in that sectional. So, but I mean, he was my center back. So we did have to do last couple of days in that regional and go in that section. We had to make some adjustments for that. So I give a shout out to the boy.
Definitely, he kicked for the Cougars football team too.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they missed it there too.
Right.
It was one of those games where it's just last game of the year, and things happen.
Things do happen, yes. So, hey, appreciate your time. Thanks for coming on with us again, Keith. You went further than our other area teams. In fact, you locked up a sectional semi-berth, so you had another good year on top of the one last year for sure.
Yeah, that was three regionals in a row.
3 in a row. Nice string.
Repeat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, Keith.
Thank you. Take care.
Thanks to Keith Patterson and Chris Berkner, Wayne Horry, and Dale Newman. We were double teamed from Oxford, Mississippi. Good luck to those state football playoff teams from our area, including Central and Mater Dei. They'll get their fate sealed tonight. First round pairings come out at 8 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock, somewhere in that area. Our trivia winner, Bon Baney from Centralia Lake. She gets a $15 gift certificate to Frank's Corner Kitchen. Good luck. Or not good luck. Well, she had good luck. I don't know, man. She won. That's the main thing. We got to roll. We'll see you Monday with the following guests for sure. Weston Warriors football coach Ray Calling and McHenry Bearcats football coach Mike Babcock. This is Talking Sports, Real Sports Talk on Max 96.7 WCXO.
Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7 was powered by Traditions Portrait Design in Carlisle. For photography, business, and professional service, it's Traditions. Talkin' Sports was brought to you by Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Nordike Funeral Home with 5 locations to serve your needs. First Bank in Breeze. Lee's Sports in Nashville. McKendree University in Lebanon. Country Financial Representative Marvin Gerdes in New Baden. Seaver Brothers in Carlisle. And by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Thank you for joining us for this WCXO sports presentation of Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7. This broadcast was a presentation of WCXO Sports.